you can see that the City of Live Oak budget back from 2021, when they had a full-time building official and permit technician, the total expenditure for the entire year was $122,702. Now, keep in mind that the city building official is the sole person that works for the city that issues what's called a certificate of occupancy, which is basically your key to opening up your business. They are the ones that do the building plan reviews and issue all of your permits when it comes to electrical permit, plumbing permit, asbestos permit, demolition permit, building permit, which is probably the most expensive permit that they have. Now, even though it appears that the building official works for the city of Live Oak, he is actually a third-party contractor that works for a company called BB Inspections. As you can see here, they contract with the city of Live Oak, and then Live Oak in turn pays this company 65% of the permit fees from permits that people pay for, like plan review, building permits, electrical permits, which is actually substantially a lot of money. According to Webster's dictionary, the definition of corruption is the dishonest or illegal behavior, especially by powerful people such as government officials or police officers, and it mentions depravity. So what the city council did was dishonest and it was illegal. They broke the law. They broke Chapter 252. So by definition, this entire city council and the people who presented the agreements, which was the city manager, Anas Garfawi, and the assistant city manager, Ron Ruthven, are also corrupt by definition. It's clear as day. Now, I found this rather interesting. If you just search in Google, city staff most susceptible to corruption, the positions that are the most susceptible are going to be the who procures contracts, which could be city officials like a city manager or a city council member that approves the contract, staff granting or denying licenses where bribes can speed up the processes, inspections such as code enforcers, health inspectors, or building inspectors, public housing, local law enforcement, municipal management. Factors increasing susceptibility, weak oversight and accountability, lack of independent watchdogs, few internal controls, or political dominance. I'm not necessarily saying that's what's going on here. I'm just stating the facts of the positions that are most susceptible to corruption. So less than 10 seconds after the contract is illegally awarded to BB Inspections, the city literally doubles their permit fees for small business going to Live Oak, which is ironic because the city touts this business-friendly environment, how they are business-friendly, it's this premier city, but their policies actually prove otherwise. And as you can see in this comparison, that the fees for like the building permit fees and plan review fees are just about double what they are in San Antonio, this city that neighbors them to the south. So if you're trying to attract small business and you know, good businesses, why would you double your permit fees compared to another city right next to you? It makes no sense. The only thing that makes sense to me is you're trying to make money for this outside company. As you can see here, there are a substantial number of payments from the city of Live Oak to BB Inspection starting in January of 2023. The contract started in December of 2022. The far right column is the check amounts, totaling, and this was just until October of last year, so we don't have the full numbers from last year, but this was a total of $1.799 million in less than 3 years. It was probably about 2.5 years that they accumulated $1.799 million from this contract. And that's important because the city used to only pay $122,000 a year for their building plan review, in-house inspector. So this is substantially a lot more money. Now, just to make sure that to actually know that the city didn't actually do an RFP, which is a request for proposal when you put bids out for vendors to bid. I did an open records request with the city, and the response was that there were no documents responsive to my request. That's from the open records division to confirm that there was no RFP issued in 2022. Now, I also did a little bit of research on BB Inspections to see if they had a similar agreement with any other cities, to see if those cities actually put a bid out. It turns out they do have a contract with Cibolo, which is a city just north of Live Oak, and they issued an RFP. And if you see here, they had numerous responses from bidders. It's important to note that Cibolo actually only pays 60%, whereas Live Oak pays 65%. This was not negotiated out in the open. This was a backdoor deal. And this is why things have to go to bid. This is why the state legislator passed this law. This isn't something that the cities can just do on their own free will. They have to follow the law. It's there for a reason. In order to make sure there's no backdoor deals going on, make sure there's no little handshakes here and there, like many cities have been known to do. And I went ahead and posted the RFP from Cibolo to these vendors, and this is actual names of the contractors. And turns out I called Safe Built and told them that Live Oak did not put a bid out, and they told me, yeah, we would have, if we knew we had the opportunity, we would have definitely bid, and we have ways to find out if there are bids. But there was no bid for Live Oak, so of course they didn't bid on it, and so BB was awarded the contract without a bid, and now is making millions of dollars off of this deal. Here we have section 252.041, notice requirements for the competitive bidding process, which states, if the competitive sealed bidding requirement applies to the contract, notice of the time and place at which the bids will be publicly open and read aloud must be published at least once a week for 2 consecutive weeks in a newspaper published in the municipality. The date of the first publication must be before the 14th day before the date set to publicly open the bids and read them aloud. It goes on to talk about newspapers and competitive sealed bid proposals. Now, here we have Title 10, Chapter 2254, Professional and Consulting Services. So the state actually defines professional services in this section 2254. And if you look toward the bottom, it actually lists what professional services could be. accounting, architecture, landscape architecture, land surveying, medicine, optometry, professional engineers, real estate appraisals, professional nurses, forensic science. It also says that provided in connection with the professional employment or practice of a person who is licensed and registered as a certified professional accountant or an architect. So nowhere on here does it list a building inspector, a fire inspector, a food or health inspector, a plumbing inspector, or an electrical inspector, or even a plan reviewer. None of that is listed on here, yet the city calls this contract a professional services agreement when it is not a professional services agreement. So these would be the exemptions from the actual bidding process, which the city circumvented altogether. And here we have the actual vote by the city council for this multi-million-dollar contract that did not go to any type of bid whatsoever. And it shows that the city council broke the law by not putting this out to bid.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyone else? All right, with that, is there a motion, please?
Madam Mayor, I can make a motion to approve a resolution by the City Council, City of Live Oak, Texas, authorizing the city manager to execute a professional service agreement for the purpose of providing support to the Development Service Department with BB inspection services and authorizing an additional actions reasonably necessary therewithin, providing severability clause and establishing an effective date.
Second.
May I have a motion and a second by Mayor Pro Tem Tolgren for a resolution by the City Council, City of Live Oak, Texas, authorizing the city manager to execute a professional services agreement for the purpose of providing support to the Development Services Department with BB inspection services and authorizing any additional actions reasonably necessary therewith, providing a severability clause and establishing an effective date. Councilwoman Green.
Green 4.
Logan 4.
Red's 4.
Simmons 4.
Dahl 4.
And the motion passes 5-0. Thank you. Thank you both very much. We appreciate it.
That video was from December 2025, which was the new contract that was renewed. This video is from the prior BB contract that started in December 2022 that expired in December of 2025. Almost all of the city council members are still on city council, plus the mayor, with the exception of Mendel Morgan. So the new council member is Angela Green. She's the one that goes to the meetings and doesn't say anything, just shows up for a vote, which is really odd to me. Why would you run for city council and not talk? But she must be just a puppet, you know.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion second by Councilman Tolgren for a resolution by the City Council of the City of Live Oak, Texas, authorizing the city manager to execute a professional services agreement for the purpose of providing support to the Development Services Department with BB inspection services and authorizing any additional actions reasonably necessary therewith, providing a severability clause and establishing an effective date. We'll begin the vote with you, Councilman Tolgren.
Logan 4.
Red's 4.
Simmons 4. Dahl 4.
And it passes 4-0. Thank you very much. So we look forward to your continuing building of this relationship with you.
Thank you.
All right, well, with that, we're ready to go now to item
Let's see.
C, discussion and possible action to approve an ordinance amending the City of Live Oak fee schedule.
This video that I'm about to show you, I believe, proves that the mayor, Dennis, knowingly helped pass this contract despite pushback from Councilmember Simics, who had a very legitimate concern. However, the mayor shuts him down and gets the rest of the council to move forward, despite his concerns about the permit fees doubling, which makes me really wonder, does the mayor really have the best interests of the public in her mind, or is she part of this whole scheme to defraud small business owners? Is she involved with this backdoor deal and possibly getting some type of lucrative reward from this agreement? Why else would she want to push this so quickly? There has to be a reason.
All right, well, with that, we're ready to go now to item
Let's see.
C, discussion and possible action to approve an ordinance amending the City of Live Oak fee schedule. Mr. Kavari. Oh, yes, sir.
I'd like to request this item be pulled for consideration. We just got this list of all of the new changes in the fee schedule, and it's kind of hard to approve the fee schedule. We know what the old one was. I went online and I did pull some of our current fee schedules, and just under development services, a lot of the fees are being doubled and doubled. Now, maybe some reason for it, but I think in order to be able to make a fair decision, I'd like to have a copy of all of our current rates to compare to the new ones before we move on.
All right, let me consult the attorney. He'd like to have the item pulled from tonight's agenda.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. The staff may have a reason why they, you
They're
can
in the
pull
packet.
items.
Yeah,
Mayor, if I could, that was provided in the packet. The spreadsheet showed what those existing fees were and whether they were adjusted or not, and the amount.
And because I've
So
seen
if
it
there
so
was
many
if
times,
there was inadequate
I
time,
thought
we
I
can
saw it too, but I wasn't sure if it was in the packet or when I was with you. So it is in there.
Well, it's confusing because we have the draft fee schedules for the different departments, and then we have a new proposal for all of the fees. So it's confusing. I went online and I looked at the previous fees for the building, and there's most of them are double from the old schedule to the new one. And I was trying to get my hands on this, I mean, there's probably a reason for it, but between the other fees all bumping up here, I'd like to be able to compare them apples to apples.
All right, I appreciate the thought, Councilman Simics, but I really want to ask the council, are you all prepared to be able to discuss this item tonight?
I am.
Okay, since the majority of the council is prepared to discuss the item, we will continue with that. Thank you, though. All right, so Mr. Ghaffari, please.
Thank you, Mayor. This is agenda item 8C. It's the fee schedule updates. So in this one, we'll provide a background. We will review.
Made without compliance with this chapter, which it was made without compliance, it is void, and the performance of the contract, including the payment of any money under the contract, may be enjoined by any property tax paying resident of the municipality. This is the injunction clause of the local government code. I'm not an attorney, but I spoke to a business attorney about this situation, and his legal advice was to actually file a criminal complaint with local law enforcement, because the statute clearly states that what the city council did was a crime. And some of the council members actually did it twice, 3 years apart, plus the city officials that presented the BB inspections contract. So Christina, another business owner, attempted to file a criminal complaint at the city hall, at the police department, and the police refused to accept the complaint. Bexar County referred us to starting at the local jurisdiction, which would be Live Oak Police Department. Ironically, the police department that arrested me in October for trespassing at City Hall for or secondary to filing an ethics complaint or attempting to file an ethics complaint. They never actually accepted it.
Okay. So if you want to, so anything like criminal charges and anything with them over there, the only thing I can do is just direct you to Bear County.
Bear County does not take reports from the public. Bear County only takes reports from precincts. So they know that that's not right. They know that I have to file a report here.
And so you basically, on what they were doing, is that what you were saying? Like, by what is in that report? So you want me to just,
I need to file a criminal report
a criminal report?
so that way your precinct can send it over to the district attorney's office. They do not receive reports from the public. They only take reports from precincts,
Okay.
from law enforcement agencies. They do not, it is not open to the public.
Yeah, so if any kind of criminal, whatever is gonna go on with them, I can't take that. I can't do it. If you disagree with me, you can come back to when our command staff is here, but I can't, other than you just coming here and tell me what you said, and I can document that. But anything with criminal related over there, I can't do anything
Who
about
told you that?
That has to go to Bear County.
Who told you that? Who did
Told me
you
what?
speak, when you went back there to speak to somebody to come back to tell me, who told you that?
Why is that relevant? I mean, I can't do anything with, we can't go over there and start investigating them. That takes a third party agency. I can't.
It does,
can't.
but it starts here. I have to file a police report here, and then your leadership has to, or whoever's responsible for taking reports to the district attorney's office, that's what they do. And then the district attorney's office then gets involved. But they do not take reports from the public. I have to make a
The
report.
only thing I can do is just document what the reason why you came here today.
Okay, who told you that? Who told you to tell me that? Was
So
it?
what, ma'am, do you want me to document what you told me here today, or?
Yes.
Okay, I can give you a case number for this report for why we are here,
Mm-hmm.
and then you
I want
can-
to include in your report whoever advised you to tell me, to give me that advice. I want that on the record. Who said where I need to go? You? No, it wasn't you. You didn't know where to tell me to go. Someone back there told you.
Ma'am, I'm just here to document look, I can't investigate whatever they're doing over there.
It's what they're telling you. No, I know you can't.
That's gonna be for another agency.
Yes,
I
I'm
can't
aware.
investigate.
I am aware. I am aware.
Okay, what's the last four?
I'm not asking you to investigate. I'm asking you to make a police report.
0451.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't ask for you to investigate. I'm following the protocol from the Public Integrity's office.
Okay.
They directed me to come here and file a police report. I was advised by the Public Integrity's office that they do not take reports from the public. They take it from a law enforcement agency where the crime occurred. The crime occurred here in this jurisdiction. I'm here to report.
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on over there with them. You're gonna have to take that to another agency. I can't do that. If you wanna speak to our command staff later, you can. But this is
I've
gonna be the
already
report.
I've tried getting in
Okay.
touch with command staff multiple times.
That report right here is just for the reason why you came here today. And I'll just document, this is why she came here to speak to me today.
Thank you.
And that's gonna be in the report. That's gonna be for that case.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Because I can't do anything but that.
I'm aware. I mean,
Okay.
I'm totally aware. I'm telling you, you can't. I'm
Okay.
telling you that you have to take a police report.
Okay.
I'm not asking you to
So
investigate.
that right there is gonna be done. I'm still currently working on your other case from this morning. And I'm gonna try to get all that done, okay?
Okay, could you please, I'm gonna ask again, who told you to advise me to go to the district attorney's
Okay.
office?
The reason why you're here today is because you wanted me to figure out what was going on with them.
No, I'm
okay?
here to report a crime. I'm not asking you
Okay.
to investigate. I'm here to report a crime.
I haven't even read that report right there. I'm gonna read it. But right now, this is all I can do is just document what's happening here right now, okay? All right,
But that's not the question I asked you.
okay.
Who told
Now, there's
you,
nothing else I can do to help you today.
who advised you to tell me to go to the district attorney's office? It
Okay.
is relevant
All right,
because
so we're not gonna get any further like this. There's nothing more I can do.
you can't answer that question,
There's
sir.
nothing more I can do to
Officer,
help you, ma'am.
You
So,
can't answer that question? Who advised you to tell me to go to the district attorney's office?
ma'am, if you want to take allegations against the city, you have to go to another agency. I can't do that.
That's not how this works.
I can't go over there and start reporting on it. Okay?
I didn't ask you to. I asked
Okay.
you to take my
Is
report.
there anything else I can help you with today?
Yes, you can tell me who told you to advise me to go to the
Well,
district
you
attorney's
can have a good
office.
day, ma'am.
Okay, you also, thank you.